What's up guys, Ostrich Vox here. Before we get into this Let's Talk of Tom, I have a few words to share. We at the roundtable are kind of asswipes, and because of that, we don't take everything seriously. So keep in mind, this is not 100% serious. You're entitled to your own opinion, and if you disagree, that's the beauty of a conversation. You can disagree, we can have two different viewpoints, but at the end of the day, acknowledge that we're two human beings with thoughts and feelings. Not that Tom really cares, but I do. Alright, damage controlling and chilling over. Enjoy Let's Talk of Tom.
Rose, I am hungry.
Greg, you are so funny.
Rose, I need food. I have no money.
Ha ha, Greg, you humans are so funny.
Rose, please.
Ha ha, Greg.
Rose.
Ha 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 ha.
Rose, I am dying.
Ha 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 ha
Please.
ha ha h ha 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 ha.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Let's Talk with Tom. People have been waiting for this. People have been waiting for me to make a video on Steven Universe. And I wasn't going to do just an ordinary Let's Talk on it, because y'all know what Steven Universe is. I don't gotta explain it to you. This whole channel is dedicated to talking about it. But you know what, today we're doing something a little bit different. And today, we're doing another roast. And you know what? This one might be controversial, but this is something I feel strongly about. And we gotta roast Quartz. We got it. She's built out to be this great, perfect person. But you know what? She ain't. She ain't, and I'm gonna tell you why I think this by addressing three different characters. Number one, Pearl. We all know Pearl's relationship with Quartz. We know that she is deep in the feels with her. Like, she's in love with Quartz. She thirsts in for Rose. And, Rose has to know. Rose can't be that oblivious. Some might argue that she is, but, after thousands of years, you ain't gonna notice. There's no way that Rose was just not aware of the fact that Pearl was super into her. And then, as we know from It's Over, Isn't It?
I was fine with the men who would come into her life now and again.
There were other men that Rose was getting with before Greg. And we're gonna get to Greg later, but for now we're still on Pearl. Rose was getting around, which that's fine. You know what? I respect what women do with their bodies. You can do whatever you want, but your friend, your ally, this person who admires you and does so much for you, someone who's died for you, you're just gonna do them like that? You know how this person feels about you, but you're just gonna go and do something in spite of that. Really? And my main thing is she never addressed this. Rose Quartz comes across to me as one of those people who stays positive by avoiding the negative, which some people might think, oh, well, that's obvious, but the thing is, if you avoid all negative things in life, then you're kind of causing problems by doing that. And a big problem is the fact that Rose never faced the situation head on. She never sat down Pearl and said, listen, I can tell you're into me, what you're feeling towards me, and you know what, you're pretty great too, but that's not, I'm not into this. Me and you, it's not gonna happen. Rose was never upfront with Pearl. And imagine if she was. Imagine all the emotional bullshit that Pearl would have gotten over by the time Greg had come along. Yeah, it would have sucked at first. And yeah, Pearl would have been destroyed. But she would have gotten over it eventually. She would have learned how to cope with the fact that, oh, this person who I'm so in love with doesn't love me back. This is an unrequited love. I should deal with this. And now we're seeing her start to deal with that with Mystery Girl and all that. But honestly, imagine how much easier things would be with her relationship with Steven or her relationship with Greg would be if Rose would have just been yo, it ain't like that. But she didn't. She just left it there. She left it there to sit and said, oh, well, you know what, she'll figure it out. Well, clearly she didn't. I mean, she did eventually, but not in time to avoid a lot of bullshit. Now let's get into Greg. Rose does not respect Greg, alright? She just doesn't. I know she talks about how much she loves humanity. She loves Earth. She loves all the living things on Earth. But it seems that's a very romanticized concept of Earth. It's all in her head, it's all her own perception of it, and it doesn't seem grounded in reality. And we can see that in the way that she interacts with Greg. She doesn't respect this man. We see the conversation after Greg tries to fuse with Rose, and there's just straight up disrespect going on.
We didn't fuse.
What? You can't fuse. You're a human. That's not a problem. I love humans. You're all so funny.
I'm starting to wonder if you Respect me?
Oh, you're hilarious, Mr. Universe.
Rose, please!
Like, she's just not acknowledging this man as an equal, laughing in his face. Like, dude, I cannot even watch that scene without getting angry, because it's like, girl, you need to respect this man. And she pulled the whole, well, I'm not a real person, I'm an alien card as like a cop-out. Yo, you don't see Garnet doing that. You don't see Amethyst doing that. You don't see Pearl doing that. They at least understand the basics of how you treat a person. Like, Rose Quartz is just out here like, fuck, I'm gonna laugh in this dude's face. I don't give a fuck. He's just a human. Like, I like humans. Yo, humans are my type of thing, you know? Like, she doesn't take him seriously. It really just seems like she likes Greg because he embodies all of these things that she imagines humanity to be. All the passion and the way he dreams and sets unrealistic goals for himself. And he can talk about all these amazing things. It's just the fact that he seems to embody everything about humanity and Earth that she admires about it. So that's the reason that she's with him. And like, she like takes up all his time. And I can't blame Rose for this entirely. Like, Rose wasn't telling Greg to get off that tour. Like, Rose wasn't telling Greg to kick Marty out of his van and quit the whole music thing to spend every day with her. Like, that's mostly on Greg. He made a poor decision. But like, once he does, Rose is expecting him to spend all his time with her. And it's just like one of those relationships where it's like you get nothing done because it's like, oh yeah, she works and she's off saving the world and fighting all these evil bad guys. And you know, when she's not doing that, she wants to spend time with me. But it's like, this dude's starving. This dude's playing his guitar on the boardwalk, making pennies. He has to babysit to make money, and then she goes and she fucks all that up. Like, really? Like, I'm trying to hustle, trying to eat, so I can, like, spend time with you. And you coming in here with these shenanigans, honestly? And then after all this time, what does she do? She leaves him with her kid. Like, now Greg's just a single dad with no one to help him. Like, you really screwed this man up. Like, you really did this man dirty. You don't respect him. You're not letting him get his shit together. And then you leave him with a kid all alone to do that shit. Like, raising a kid ain't easy. But now, we go on to Steven. What did she do to Steven? She left this boy with everything she put off. And I mean everything. And like, she didn't really even leave anything for him to go off of to know, like, oh, what should I do? You know, what should I do when Homeworld comes? What should I do when the diamonds come to make me pay for the shit you did? She doesn't leave him with anything, you know, because like, she don't want to take responsibility. And I don't think that's like a malicious thing or anything. It's just she's like so wrapped up in like, oh, there's so much beauty in the world. And it's like, yo, you got responsibilities. You got some stuff that you got to take care of before you can be going having kids, bring them into the world. Because now they got to deal with it. Like, this poor boy, he's like 14 and he's on an alien planet watching his friend die on trial for treason, for murder of a ruling figure on that planet. And that's your fault. It's all on you. You did that. That was you. And I could go into the whole, you know, like, Rose didn't really kill Pink Diamond thing, but for right now, that's all speculation. Like, we can't give anything concrete about that, but like, say Rose wasn't the one to kill Pink Diamond, like, she couldn't leave like a letter or something. She couldn't leave anything in Lion's Mane to say, yo, like, they gotta say I killed Pink Diamond, but I didn't really. Like, that was, no, you're just leaving this boy with nothing. It's like, he's going in there like,
I am Rose Quartz, and I'm guilty.
yes, I killed Pink Diamond. And then we find out, oh, but you might not have. And he's like, what? And it's like, yeah, no, you didn't. Rose Quartz didn't kill Pink Diamond. And he's like, so I just came out here. I came out here and pleaded guilty to killing a member of the Diamond Authority on behalf of my mother when she didn't even really do it. Like, really, Rose? You couldn't have, like, mentioned, like, oh yeah, no, that wasn't me. Like, if they ask you that, here's the deal. Like, no, you're just gonna leave this boy to figure that shit out. You couldn't even tell Garnet, or Amethyst, or Pearl. Like, even the possibility. Like, you can't explain the situation that your child is going to have to deal with. Just leave it to them to investigate this whole thing. Like, you left no guidance. You left nothing for this boy to go off of. And you're expecting him to just figure it out. Like, what? Like, really? This isn't even... This is you. This is you. You did this. This is your baggage. These are your skeletons in your closet. And now your son has to go in and clean them out? Really? I'm tired of you. Like, really?
This video has been powered by Patreon. If you want to give us some more support, head to patreon.com/roundtablevids, become a patron, and get some awesome perks. Thanks for watching another video on the Roundtable. If you want to get more involved with our community and watch videos from Let's Talk with Tom, Voxbox, and more, click the video right here. Or if you want to get some more of the animation goodness, watch some Crystal Clear or Meeting Monday, click the video right here. And please, don't forget to subscribe.